So it is a early start for us this morning. We have been we've been up. Well, I've been up. What time did I leave?
You left yours just before 6.
Just before 6.
To get the bike for say 6:30.
The things we do for these builds. But yeah, the reason is I've had to come down, pick Kieran up, because his Range Rover is
poorly
out oil now. So we're actually going to get that in the workshop tomorrow, while this one's in the body shop. So we've got to take this one up to the body shop now. There is a few things missing. Mirror. So I've got to be a bit careful in terms of driving up, because I haven't got an indicator.
Oh yeah, of course.
We'll have to see what happens on that one. I think you just follow me and hope for the best.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I think it's legal to drive as long as you've got one mirror and a rear view mirror.
Classic cars, you always had one on the driver's side. That's all they had, so yeah.
Technically, it is legal. We've got all the trims off. Hope it doesn't rain because you can actually get into the car through here. I'll just show you that now.
You got air conditioning?
Yeah, air conditioning. So this will be the last time you'll see the car like this, all being well. Going to get that front wing done, this door repainted, rear door repainted, handles, and then we're going to start getting it all back together again for the last time. It's a bit blowy with my hole where the mirror should be. Seem to have developed another fault. The tyre pressure monitoring system is now showing a fault. I don't know if that's something to do with having the wing mirror off the car. I'm not sure. If anybody knows the answer to that, drop a comment in, because that would be really helpful. If not, we'll have to do some further diagnostics once we get it back from the body shop. So we just got to the body shop. Just going to whip the door handles off. This is probably the easiest job to do on the Range Rover. Literally, there's a little bung in there, which you just whip out. There's a 25 Torx in there. So you just got to get in there and get the angle of the dangle. Which,
can you find the hole?
There we go. And we just want to unscrew that all the way. The bolt won't fall out because it can't fall out, because that would be a nightmare. Otherwise it's going to go inside the door. That should be there. And then we just literally give him a wiggle and take everything with it. That's just a blank. That comes out, and then we can just slide the handle across and pull that out. Lose all the bits. Disconnect the loom. Easy as that. So both the front and the rear handles are the same, basically. So that's another easy job. Cool. I'm about to pay £12 for probably more than that for a car wash, and it smells like fairy washing up liquid, and I'm not very happy about it. Hi guys, I am massively excited. The Range Rover is done and it is on the road. Now, what have we had to do to complete it?
Yeah, pretty much everything. Pretty much everything. It's not the same car anymore.
No, it's
That's
not.
For sure.
Not at all. Not at all.
It's multiple different cars.
As you've seen in the previous videos, which we'll put up here, rear panel was probably the worst bit, wasn't it?
Yeah, and the doors obviously look a lot worse than what they are, but by the time you bolted them off. And
yeah, I mean, the doors look bad, but that was a pretty easy job in terms of changing.
Luckily we had no inner damage, so we had no inner seal damage where the door had gone into the quarter or anything, so.
Ooh.
Boom, hinges aren't gone. It was literally bolt off, bolt on, weren't it?
Yeah, which was nice and easy. The only things we've had to do on the doors was change out the modules on them because the windows wouldn't work. So I changed the old modules out the old doors, put them in the new one, and everything then worked good, didn't we? So we're happy with that. Headlamp, bumper, the inner radiator on this offside as well,
And
the little radiator.
And the air guide.
All the air guides as well for that. The gesture wire and loom, we've replaced that as well. The lower tailgate, the upper tailgate, screen, you put the screen back in, changed the loom for the original one. That was a bit of a nightmare, and as we learned,
it was a nightmare.
It was a big nightmare. As we learned, you actually have to take the screen out of the tailgate to get the loom out, to put the new loom into the tailgate, and then glue the screen back in,
as you found,
which is crazy.
The screen out wasn't a 5-minute job.
It wasn't a 5-minute job, no. We actually got specialists in the end because Kieran didn't fancy it.
I didn't want to mess it up. I didn't want to have to buy another tailgate.
Yeah, and to be fair, they were great. They come down, cut 2 screens out for us, and charged me £100. So I mean,
£100?
I'm happy with that. More and you know, it was all a bit of a knife edge as well. Literally, yeah. So that was great. Obviously changed the track control arm on the rear as well. The other job, which we didn't film, this tyre, well, not this tyre, the tyre which was on the car, when it was at Jamie's, I went to pick it up and I noticed it had a massive bulge on the sidewall. Obviously, can't be driving around like that. That's an MOT failure anyway. And with a nearly 3-ton vehicle, you don't want to be driving around with one of them on the tyre. So, new tyre, trade, £240, quite a lot of money. They are special tyres, which are PNCR rated. So that basically is a sound deadening in it. It's basically got foam glued to the inside of the tyre to quieten road noise. It's something Pirelli have developed, been around for a few years now, but it does seem to work quite well. But yeah, another little job we've had to do.
Right, so we're going to go through exactly what Jamie has done. Obviously the wing here, we had a big dent here, which Jamie's repaired, painted. This door, which was the correct colour, so he's painted that. I think we had a few dents here. And then the rear door, which was totally a different colour, grey. If you come around and have a look. Also painted all the inside. So the door was fully stripped down, which I don't think you saw. And then also, I don't think we did mention, but he's also blended the rear quarter. So he's flipped the colour in and then lacquered the whole lot. Obviously, tailgate painted, bumper painted, so this whole side and the front is all like new.
Did have one small accident yesterday. I was putting the Range Rover outside and I reversed back and hit a engine which was on the floor and damaged this bit of trim, which was about £50, damaged all of that. And then it's damaged the lower part of this bumper. You can see it's scratched there, scratched there. Didn't touch the paint though, which was great news. But Kieran seems to think this textured sort of stuff he'll be able to sort out, apparently.
In our last video, we calculated the cost that this car has incurred, which was £23,028. If you haven't seen the breakdown of our costs, check the video out here.
Where? Where's my whiteboard gone as well?
Since then, we have incurred an additional £240 for the tyre.
That's trade price.
An additional £650 for the paint.
which I have to say, Jamie's done us huge favours on the cost of this paint. Jamie was telling me it's one of the most expensive paints. For them to paint in the automotive trade is Land Rover Santorini Black. Don't know why. If you know, drop a comment in. I haven't got a clue. But that does leave us with our total.
It does leave us with our total, which is...
Lots.
It's 28,000.
Huh?
28,000.
900.
918.
And
18. Carol Vorderman.
I'm not in it.
Euros. Is it euros? Bloody hell, that's cheap.
Could you brought a straight one for that?
Yes.
Yeah, he could have done.
So, where'd you get 28,000 from?
Well,
Not 28,000.
It can't be. 30 grand? Why did we clock that?
20,000.
Why did it take you so long?
20.
Oh, because you remembered.
No, I know, I didn't. 23,000.
23,000. Thank God, I didn't even think when you said that.
I didn't.
And I was just thinking, bloody hell, I could have
I
got
don't know where I got 28 from.
Could have got an SVR. Yeah, so total lots, 23,000. I still think that's incredibly cheap to get this car. Don't forget the mileage. It's only just clocked over 48,000.
Can you just be careful of that whiteboard before you cause more damage to the front?
Don't forget, it's 2017. It's on the facelift year, although it's not got the facelifted bumper, headlights, etc. It's got the media system from the facelift, which is brilliant, really, really good. And the mileage is low, the car's good, colour, wheels, everything. I still think that's a really good price to get this on the road. £23,918.
I mean, he's only saying that because the wife's here and he doesn't want to get told off.
So probably one of my favourite things about this car is you can download something called the In Control Land Rover app. Looks like this. From the homepage, tells me how many miles I've got left in the tank, what the security is, basically if it's armed, if there's any issues, well, the status of the car, if there's any issues, which there's not. Tells you the temperature of where the car is, mileage, reg, very good. But the best thing about it is you can go into remote, so you can essentially use your phone as a remote. Now, there's one for climate, which I'll come back to, one for door lock, you can lock and unlock it, and then you can bleep and flash. So I guess if someone's trying to steal it, that's an option to use that.
It's a bit like my remote for my TV at home then.
But does your remote do this? So I can set timed climate, basically, which you can set your temperature down here, or I don't know, I think maybe we'll go for 28 degrees.
Borderline.
Hold down this button, and then theoretically, it will start the car. How nuts is that? How nuts?
So can I jump in it now and steal it whilst it's on your driveway?
No, because it's locked. As you can see there, it's now saying that the engine's running, and it's going to try and get, well, the target temperature is 28 degrees, so it will run for a maximum of half an hour, 30 minutes, to get up to that temperature to warm the car up. So you could be inside your house.
That's a good point.
You could be anywhere. I think it's a great feature, personally. Although it is a bit daunting knowing your car might be running in a car park and you're like a couple of miles away from it on the way down there. Because a lot of blokes have been saying about they've been coming home from the airports, you know, in these cold conditions we've had lately, and whacking this on, and your car's running in some random car park, you feel a little bit on edge about it. I'll show you what it actually says on the dashboard. So to get into it, got the key, which is obviously keyless. So you can open it, and then it will say on there, like, engine running, remote, climate. It says engine running for remote. So what Tia would have to do is press a foot on the brake. So if you press your foot on the brake, there you go, and you've got all the ignitions come on now. Because it's picked up the key, it's now allowed the car to fully unlock and you to use the features, etc. I mean, whether how good that actually is, I don't know, considering how easy these are to steal. I'm unsure, but I'll let you guys be the decider of that one. Not forgetting, make sure you have one of these Faraday pouches to pop your keys into when you're not using it, because of how easy these are to steal, especially when they're at home on your driveway.
Doesn't hurt just to have that extra little bit of security. More importantly, don't forget to get one of these fake carbon fibre plastic key shell things. I personally really like it. We are going to be doing a maintenance video on the L405 as well, which is, you know, general service items. Also, we're going to do a cam belt on it. There is a few future plans with the car as well. I've been looking at upgrading the grille, repairing the damage, and also the rear bumper has still got the holes for the mud flaps, which I have got and I haven't fitted on the car. I'm not 100% sure on them yet, so we're going to cross that bridge when it comes to it as well. So we are super, super pleased with how this one's turned out. This is going to be my car now indefinitely for probably forever. A long, 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 long time, if not until you want to buy it off me. When Kieran gets the urge that he wants to upgrade his...
I've got the proper one, so I'm all right.
Really, really happy. Let us know what you think in the comments of the build and how we've got on. If you've enjoyed the build, don't forget to give us a like, drop us a comment, and make sure you're subscribed to the channel. We have got another vehicle coming to the channel very, very soon, so keep your eyes open for that. And
See you next week.
yeah, we'll see you next week. See you in the next one.
I'm not too sure where I got 28 grand from.
I don't know how none of us even
We just all went with it.
I was just like, fucking hell, that's expensive.
We got a £5 grand we got a £5 grand discount.
Welcome to Alex's English lesson. How to spell lots.
I mean, yes, I'm super pleased it's done. I can go home now.